Hi there. So in this video we're going to be talking about why there are times when you play well at Brawlhalla in one day and then the next day you don't play as well. I also have the same experience. So I'll pretty much provide some information on why that is. So let's get started.
Skill issue.
So have you ever played Brawlhalla before and you know you're beating every opponent that you queue into, showing that you are skilled and that you are him. But the next day later, you suck at the game. And like every match you go into you get destroyed. So why is that? Well, there are various reasons for this occurrence. Many people have gone through this before, including myself. Pretty much like this never-ending cycle of being good and bad at the game. Number 1. Being stressed about something. Whenever I have something going on throughout the week, maybe it could be issues with my relationship with someone or some shit, I don't know. But these kinds of things can impact both my Brawlhalla skills and overall mental health. Being stressed about something can ruin your ability to properly focus, and it can also affect your overall mood throughout the day. So it's important to manage these things somehow. Number 2. Sleep. Sleep is considered to be one of the most important things for a person to have. This would allow you to feel good, have a much clearer focus, more energy, and better quality of life. With crappy sleep, you end up looking like this. Pretty much just tired and can't really think properly. This would impact my ability to do things like paying attention in school in the morning, my focus on work and assignments, and my overall mood throughout the day. With poor sleep quality, however, my Brawlhalla skills aren't significantly impacted compared to my day-to-day task. And why is that? Well, because I usually play Brawlhalla during the evening, which is where my brain is mostly active. With too much sleep, however, my Brawlhalla skills get negatively impacted because I would end up feeling drowsy and have low energy throughout the day. This can be caused whenever someone feels lazy and doesn't want to get themselves out of bed, and so they sleep longer. And then they realize that they overslept past noon. And then they get out of bed. So in order for these things to not happen, I would highly recommend getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. I would also make sure that my sleep schedule is consistent, since waking up at random times throughout different days could be bad for your circadian rhythm. Number 3. Being occupied with tasks that you must complete before you're free to go. So like being busy on, let's say, studying for a test for school. You know you can't finish studying for a test before playing a game because you would end up failing the test and your parents get on your ass for failing a test. Unless you don't give a shit about doing well in school, or you just know the material already. Focus on these kinds of tasks, since they tend to be more important than playing Brawlhalla right now. And once you've studied and finished your test, you no longer have to worry and stress about it. If you are someone that procrastinates on your task, like doing these things at the last minute, you would still have to worry about finishing it later on through the week, which could impact the way you play in Brawlhalla. Number 4. Productivity level. This does kind of relate to the previous point. So if you're someone that doesn't want to do anything and wants to sit at home and do nothing all day, you are considered to be lazy and have a low productivity level. One good way to know that your productivity level is by getting out of bed or how you start your day. If you're someone that can get out of bed easily with no struggle, then there is a chance that your productivity level is high. However, if you wake up and instead of getting out of bed, you do things like scrolling through TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it's a good chance that your productivity level is pretty low. Frequently doing this routine can also be a sign of low testosterone. So it's important to get up the first thing in the morning, since you're pretty much just wasting time laying in bed all day. Yes, I know it's pretty hard to get out of bed that easily, but a good way to get out of bed is to set an alarm. And instead of putting an alarm on your nightstand, I want you to put it across the room before you go to bed. That way you'd have to force yourself to get out of bed. Number 5. You have not played the game in a long time or played the game too long. So people can take breaks from Brawlhalla like myself, and people can also play the game for a long time like myself. When you return back to Brawlhalla for, like, let's say a week from now, you still may not be at your best compared to the last time you played the game. But with a little bit of muscle memory, you will be able to get back into Brawlhalla easily. As for people that play Brawlhalla for hours and hours, you'd eventually get tired of the game. Going into experimental mode or rank mode for several hours a day can be redundant sometimes, especially if you're not making any progress in rank as much. You eventually would get tired of it and quit because you don't feel like playing the game. Taking time off the game can help by recharging your energy towards Brawlhalla and avoid burnout occurring. One day off of Brawlhalla can be effective for people to do since it's like, only one day. So if you're someone who can't stop playing the game, then taking some time off isn't inherently a bad thing to do as long as you're able to return back to the game fully charged. So yeah, these are some reasons why you are either playing Brawlhalla good one day and bad on another day. Not everyone is going to be playing at their best, but at least strive for perfection. It is what it is.